and your ad spend is just not spending. Facebook's not spending your money. I know most people think, what do you mean? Facebook always wants to spend your money. But what happens is when you set up an ad set, so obviously here's campaigns, here's ad set, we're in the Facebook business manager and the ad manager aspect of it. So you come into this add to cart, it's only spent 20 cents. So if we pull this up and we look at the ad set itself, we can see what's going on here. So typically it's because the audience is too restricted, right? Or we don't have enough add to carts and we need to start off with like a view content before we get more add to carts. So if we come in here, 30 to 55, restaurant, how non-alcoholic beverages, geez, that was tough to say. So look, the potential reach is around 6.2 million. That's plenty of people to get this off. Let's double check to see if there's any manual stuff placed in here or cost control. So all that looks good. So typically what you'll see is if you cost control this and you set this at, you know, something that you've never achieved before, like a cost per add to cart at $2, and then you're only getting like $30 cost per add to carts, then this wouldn't work. You got to slowly step your stuff down. It's a conversion based thing, so conversions is selected, so that's good. So looking into it more, this is not bad. So what we could do is change this to an add to cart, so we can get more, or a view content, so we can get in that. So if we scroll down, you can see this is a new ad account, so it only has 2 purchases shown, initiate checkouts 3, add to carts 1 received, view contents 1.1 thousand events have received. So that's good there. This also, the green stuff shows that the pixel is working. The right pixel is set up on the website. So that's always important. You want to make sure that this pixel corresponds to the website link. So we're going to come in here, just leave this as is. We're going to come into window for app event, optimized specifically for pixel ID promoted. So let's just double check this. There could be something wrong with the ad. So from time to time, I get people who reach out to me and ask for coaching and consulting. So fortunate to be in somebody's account right now and consulting them regarding their products that they're selling. And so we just want to make sure that setup is right. So it's set up for the right pixel here. So all those parameters are good. Their audience, they look like they're using a previous placement. Oh, so for some reason the page got unselected here. Let's just put the page back in here and make sure that's set up. And we should be good to go with that. That's a creative mismatch. That should be fine. So let's go back and just publish this. See if that goes forward. And it could have just been a little error. Facebook can be a little sensitive at times, right? So making sure everything is selected correctly and going. So we just wait for this to publish. Let's go back into the ad set. So again, 30 to 55, beverage, admins income. So that's just specifying what audience they're in. Like I said, with a 6.2 million reach for the audience, it should be fine, but we're going to reduce the audience just a little bit more. And I'm not going to mess with this ad. Anytime you make changes to an ad, just duplicate that ad itself. So we're going to close this so we get fresh data. We're going to just give this a second. Let me just pause this while it's taking forever. Oh, here we go. Finally, the ad was updated. So that's good. It's in review. We're going to duplicate this as well and set up a little larger net, as in a larger audience, to see if we can attract more people. So come in here. This is obviously the copy. So that's a duplicate of it. We want to add to cart still. So we want to get a bigger potential reach here. So let's come in here and edit let's edit here. We're going to come into this audience. Yeah, that's what we want to do, is just edit that audience. It's a saved audience, so we can go in here, get rid of this. We don't need to duplicate any audiences right now, but let's make it adjustments and change the audience name. So we got United States 30 to 55. Let's get out of that. All genders. That's fine for now. I'm going to change this. So health, beauty. Good in here. So it's still 6.2 million people. Reach. So household income. Engaged shoppers. So I'm going to just get rid of the household income and just put engaged shoppers and that. And that gives us 13 million. So see if that starts spending. We're going to get rid of income here out of this. We do want to name it. I like to say what it is. So it's a conversion campaign for ATC 30 to 55 beverage admins engaged. Okay, so that's good. That's okay. So one thing about audiences that you might do is, what it's saying is taking everybody in this category of an audience that's also matches up with engaged shopper. They can't be just an engaged shopper, and they can't be just low alcoholic beer. They have to be an engaged shopper and show interest in low alcohol beer or one of these other categories. And that makes that list. 13 million is pretty high of an audience. I normally like to start smaller, but it was 6.2 before, and it wasn't getting the ads to run. And like I said, we probably just need, oh, I did not want to save that. So let's go back in here. So when we edit the audience, I want to save as a new audience. Right? So come back in here. Let's look at our, so create new. We don't want to do that in here. Let's go. Let's just double check that was set correctly. So ATC, boom, that's done. So in here, so we can go create new audience. So what I was going for. Let's just double check to see if that changed. Sometimes, like I said, it can be sensitive, so you gotta be careful. So we're gonna go back to our old one and review and see if that changed that audience in here. Hopefully it didn't. Hopefully it's fine. Conversion, it did change that audience in here. So we're gonna go back, and all we did was get rid of the income. So beverage admins, we're gonna go income engaged. So all we have to do is come in here, edit this. So this one is engaged shoppers and this, and we want to narrow even further with income and just hit suggest. Suggests, there we go. Actually top zip codes is what it is here. And so once we click that one, we just hit suggested on this one. And this time I'm going to hit saves new. Right? Even after doing this for years and years, you still make mistakes, so you gotta be careful. So that's good. So now it's income engaged, so we're good there. We're gonna save as new. Just hit save that. So that's good. So we added income, we adjusted that audience there. This one again is 6.2. We'll see if that runs. I'm not going to publish it just yet. I'll just come up here and publish them all at once. And I'm going to come back in here, the edit, website, add to cart. This is all set correctly. Potential reach actually 22 million. So let's just double check. All demographics, all interests. So this was not set for our audience for some reason. So let's go into use saved audience. It apparently got rid of the audience we wanted and deleted that. So we'll go back in here. I'm gonna hit edit this one more time. So like I said, this one is the edit the interest. We have to make sure this too, people living or recently in this location. We want only people living in the US, so that has to be fixed as well. Looks like they didn't adjust that. So on all your campaigns, when you're targeting US or a specific state, always make sure it says people living in this location. So that's good. ATC, that's all good. So kombucha, this is engaged shoppers. That's good without the admin's income. So we're all good there. I'm glad we double checked people living in this location. That's a big help. So engaged shoppers, there we go, 13 million. So if we uncheck this, this is a little more accurate. This is, you know, newer with Facebook, the detailed targeting expansion, reach people beyond your detailed targeting selections when it's likely to improve performance. This just means, hey, we will try to help get better conversions for you, but if we can't, we're going to spend your money. So yeah, this is 2 million people. It's much more specific. So we can try that out. We're going to just hit save new just to be on the safe side. We'll go here, conversion, ATC beverage admins engaged. There we go. Save. See if that gets better results, and then we're going to come back to this audience here. Just want to double check that on all these campaigns they are set for living in the United States. Engage copy with income. We don't need to do that. That's income based location. Hit edit people living or recently. We want people actually living, right? Because that could be somebody who traveled from Canada, from Mexico to Europe. Obviously, with what's going on right now, nobody's traveling much at all. But in general, people living in this location is what you want to select. So that's good. Engaged, and just save as. Copy. Just hit save, income based. So we're good there. So that should be solid. Let's just double check their other ads to be careful. Make sure these are set. This is a retargeting campaign, which I highly recommend you always do. If somebody comes to your site, you retargeted them. Again, people living or recently in this location. Just gonna hit people living in this location. That will reduce that. So we're good on that. So get out of here, close here. So this one, this is the one that's performing. It's got a purchase, website lead. So we're gonna actually duplicate this one, original campaign. Just select that to be all the same. Take a second. So let's scroll down and make sure our audience. So this looks like the same audience that was set before in here, so it's not saved. But again, we're gonna people living in this location, so that's adjusted there. We're good with all that. Let's just update this audience. Testing 1, so that's living in. That's good. Done. Let's come back and just publish everything now. So let's just hit review and publish. Get all these active and going. Obviously sometimes takes a while, so fix error 1 ad set. This was probably the same error we had before. No, it's a different one. So let's come back in here. Sometimes it detaches the pages when you do an ad. So my guess is we have to go back into the ad level itself, like we did previously a second ago. So come in here, click this, get that one, because that one's the error. Go into the ad set itself and see if that's what happened. So the page is there, so that's good. Obviously, if I read this, I would know exactly what to do. So let's go back in here. Your product set is invalid. Your product set cannot be loaded. So this has to do with the catalog connecting to this. So people living, why is this not? Okay, after figuring that out, I accidentally don't have access to their catalog. That's why it's causing me an error. So I can't make adjustments to this campaign. Otherwise, I would make this an add to cart instead. So I want to just basically duplicate this one, but I don't think it will give me the control. Here we go, and that's fine. We're just going to duplicate this one. And if I had the catalog access, I could make some changes. So I can get their catalog access and make adjustments to it. But we're going to come in here. We're just going to make this an actual add to cart. Because at first we want to get more people who add to cart, people living in this location. We're good there. So hit publish on this one. And it's not going to publish. It's going to give me that same error because I cannot connect their catalog. And that's just because I don't have access to their catalog. But once we do this, I want to go in and make sure and turn off those campaigns that we duplicated and reset to get better performance out of. So like anything you want to test, Facebook, there's always lag time with everything. So you test, look at how much money you're spending and the result that you're getting. If you're not getting add to carts after you spent more than your margins, triple or quadruple your margins, you should turn it off, retest it. The main thing is you're looking to get a stair-step approach, right, within all your ads. So if I'm in here and I'm looking at this ad and I've spent $134 and I got one purchase, well then I might be like, hey, that's too much. Fortunately, this purchase is around $100 per purchase. So that's not bad actually. So in the beginning, you want to just get as many view contents, then the next step is many add to carts, then as many initiate checkouts, then as many purchases as possible. Don't just go straight for purchases right off the bat. You want to build up. So that's what they're trying to do right here is they started off add to carts, $14 add to carts, not that bad. We're working on stair stepping that way up and getting more add to carts. So again, we're going to review and publish. First, we're going to turn off some of these duplicated. So this one we recreated. So the audience now is living in the US and nobody's visiting, all that stuff. And so that's right above. It's still in the learning phase. So no money is being spent as of this point. And one thing you can double check is to see if money is being spent, you just go to your calendar here and just check today. And you can see if it's started spending money yet. So you see it here, nothing's happened just yet. So this, we're gonna just tell them that they need to make sure and update their catalog, and then this one's good to go. We're gonna go and just hit the lifetime, double check that. We don't like the fact that the retargeting one is really not getting anything. It did get one add to cart at $63, but we wanna get more focus on just add to carts right off the bat. So this one's an add to cart once you can publish that. So we're going to turn that one off. Oops, I want to turn that one off. Hit publish. So now we have a few campaigns running where it's just the driving the view content, one driving add to carts, and then obviously retargeting those ones. That one's turned off. The new one's turned on. We're retargeting to get more add to carts. So eventually our goal is to get as many view contents and we can create a lookalike audience from there, get as many add to carts, create a lookalike audience from there, get as many purchases, create a lookalike audience from there, and consistently drive the cost per acquisition lower and lower until obviously the margins are great. And then obviously from there to scale it up as much as possible. If it's $100 product and he has 50% margins, and obviously He's selling it for $25. He's making a $25 profit. So then we want to scale that as much and as fast as possible, maintaining that. And obviously continue to drive the price down to see if we can get the cost per spend or cost per acquisition, CPA, down to $10 or $8. And then again, just scale it as much as possible. And then you have a very profitable business at that point. If you have any questions, you can reach out. If you want to work with us, feel free to reach out as well. Happy to do more videos on Facebook and so forth. So leave comments below. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know what videos you'd like to see coming forward with Facebook or Google Ads or any of that from that matter. All right. Thank you.